Alright, hey, what's going on, everyone? Um, Real quick, I wanted to make this quick video because I don't want to talk very long, but I'm gonna upload a video. It's not gonna be what y'all expect, um, but the video that y'all are gonna be expecting from me is coming. Um, I've just been very lethargic, and I didn't have a caretaker to come take care of me today. So I've been in bed sleeping all day. I was trying to watch YouTube and I ended up falling asleep on one of the videos I was watching. So you know, I've been having a lousy day. Um, but before I before before I get to what I'm about to say is that I want to thank the gods and goddess. I want to thank the African gods and goddesses of the multiverse for putting the soul an an androgynous heterosexual into my soul and allowing me to express that through my spirit. Um, because like I told people in previous videos that that there's two types of androgyny. The first type of androgyny is the the first type of androgyny is a person who naturally knows he or she is bisexual. I've tried to go through that path. Um, I've experienced nothing but negativity except from one person, and me and this person are cool to this day. But I've decided to go back to being heterosexual yet still androgynous. However, for me, and I just realized this like over a week ago, like last week, like I'm a I'm a gatekeeper. Does that mean I'm gay? No. What I've come to understand is I can be a heterosexual and still be a gatekeeper, because for me, I am I'm I'm one of the men of kink, of fetish. So I like I like I like masculine women to dominate and control me, because I saw from inside my own soul that that was actually a part of my purpose. Excuse me, it was a part of my nature. Excuse me, it was a part of my nature, because I knew that me trying to dominate in relationships, I was going to fail. And being as though I have cerebral palsy, I'm a paraplegic, and I need people to take care of me. As far as uh, dominating in the love area, it, it, it it'll never be possible for me. Yeah, yes, it's true that they say all things are possible, but my mind is kind of, well, it's not kind of, it is, it is it is separate when it comes to this subject. The reason why I refuse to dominate and overtalk women is because um, I know that if I if I if I do that, then my life as an androgynous heterosexual is a lie. And if I if I keep if I were if let me be clear and specific. If I were to keep trying to argue with alpha female women, I wouldn't have anyone to take care of me, or I would have somebody to take care of me, but it would be somebody that I I really don't like. They're not into um they're not into um spirituality. They're just into religion, or uh religious spirituality from another person's perception. Um, Now, let me cut into the meat and potatoes of this. Also, in addition to all this, I want to talk about nature. Excuse me. I want to talk about I want to talk about Nature Boy. Yeah, I want to talk about Nature Boy and all the stuff I had seen. As far as him and him using homosexuality um, as a um, as a as a shield to try and hide um, who he is. And the reason why, also another reason why I'm speaking on this is because another reason why I'm speaking on this is because I'm 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 comedic. I would like to go fully Yoruba, but I feel like that's a nation that I feel like that's an initiation process. So it's gonna take me a little while longer to get from Yoruba. I'm still in the comedic stuff, and I'm not against it, because um I see that the creator has reached out to me through that. So it let me know that I no longer need Jesus. I don't even need to think about the idea of Jesus, because that thought was given to me as a child. It wasn't my true, it wasn't my true psychology. And what I mean by psychology, it was not my true spirituality. It was a spiritual system given to me by my earthly parent, my mother. And so now that I'm doing the whole uh, ancient 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 Kamau system, I I know uh, I know where I stand on that. Anyway, back to Nature Boy. And yes, this video is gonna be pretty long. Back to Nature Boy. Oh, yes, I'm a man. I'm a man. I love myself as a brother. I love myself as a man. But but the but but the lesbian inside of me, honey. Mm, mm. But both the masculine man and the feminine woman inside of me is disgusted about this situation. I'm very disgusted, and I I I almost jumped to conclusion. Forgive me. Um, the 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 comedic god Asar. When was this? Yesterday. I was downstairs charging my phone, and I felt uh his presence come upon me as I was watching Young Pharaoh. Shout out to Young Pharaoh, what's up, brother? Uh, as I was watching Young Pharaoh talk about Nature Boy and um all the filth he's brought into this community. I the 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 ancient Kemetic god Asar, all praises be to the god of the heavens and the underworld. All praises due to the anchor of both of those realms. Praise be to Asar. Um, Asar came upon me and he said, "Devin, I want you to speak on this." So I'm here right now and I'm speaking on it. And I guess I feel that Asar just wanted me to give my opinion and commentary on it. I think that's what he wanted. Yeah, yeah, that's what I feel. He just wanted me to give my commentary and opinion on it. Um, you know, I was watching a video that not only Young Pharaoh did, but battle rapper Daylight, battle rapper Daylight did. Daylight talked about his experience with Nature Boy and how he actually had virtual contact with this man, and it's so funny because I saw I saw one of my uh, closest online friends comments, Instagram comments on one of his videos, and that's when Daylight was like, "Brother, man, you gonna let an old white man do you like that?" So I heard Daylight. Um, I heard Daylight's perspective on it, how he feels that a lot of people in this um conscious community, we're gonna put it in his words. He feels like a lot of people in this conscious community are a bunch of con artists. I I for one am not. I I wasn't I wasn't I wasn't. I'll put it like this: I wasn't spiritually brought up like that. I was brought up. If you do something wrong to somebody financially, what you do wrong to that person financially is gonna come back on you. I'm a I'm a I'm a firm believer in both positive and negative karma. That's number one. Number two. People come to my Instagram and stuff all the time. I be looking at things I want, and they be like, well, if if you want this, you got to give me such and such amount of money, and I know my situation at this time. If I can't give you any money, I won't do it. So therefore, um, I'm not a con artist. I I I I dare not to I dare not to scam my own people. To 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 me that's that's physical, emotional, and spiritual robbery, and it's also death because let's say let's say I wasn't physically disabled. I was able. I was fully able bodied. I was walking. You know what I'm saying? I was I, wa- I, wa- I was into I was into the drug game, and I had a kingpin above me. You know what I'm saying? I I and this kingpin he would make me his official hitman. I would have to kill people for him. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the and imagine me it would be like um imagine me killing people for him, but also in the midst of me killing people for my boss, I would have to I would have to give him the money that's either in their pockets or they safes. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe they bank account. And I tell my kingpin, well, I I don't have the money because I took it upon myself to spend it all because I don't have any money. Well, that right there just opens up a door for death. So what a and by the way, that's not real. That was just an example. Okay, that's not real. I didn't come into this earth actually experiencing that, but I'm just giving an example of of how you know what my perception of a dark street life would be. You know what I'm saying? For me, if I was able bodied, but nah, man, that's against my principles to 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 scam people, and it's like I'm an empath, so you know whatever I say, whatever I do, whatever I post on social media, the gods and goddesses of the spiritual, celestial, etheric, esoteric, metaphysical, multiverses, and interdimensional worlds, they're watching me. You know what I'm saying? And I want to let everybody know this because I got this message to me the day before yesterday. Be careful what you post on social media because the gods and goddesses that that we put our faith and trust in and our ancestors, we can't forget about our ancestors. They're watching us. You know what I'm saying? They're watching us. So we got to be very self-conscious of of what we say and do on social media. Especially if we know this is the global elite society's technology. It really should have been ours, but this is what we get for not taking control of certain areas, financially and economically. So part of this is our fault. Okay, as a whole, as black people. Anyway, I'm supposed to be talking about Nature Boy. Now again, I want to say this: both both the masculine man in me and the feminine man and lesbian in me is disgusting. You're not even a man to me, nature boy. You are a you are a sick, wanderous child. For you to go as 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 the the young adult that you are, take these women, have a bunch of polyamorous sex with them, including men, including men. You 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 take these men and women. You give them a false Dr. Malachi Z. York perception of how to you give them a fake Malachi Z. York perception of how they should live in nature. Number one, why are you using a cell phone? And number two, I gotta say this because I told people this like 4 years ago. I, I told my own family this 4 years ago. Judgment, uh, people get so worried about moral judgment. Moral judgment comes and goes, but divine judgment on earth, especially when you in front of a God, that's permanent. That means you got when you deal with divine judgment on earth, you got to deal with that for the remainder of your life. Your life. That's real. That's real. Why do you think reincarnation is present? I I digress, yet still tell the truth. Okay? You got a bunch of men and women having having let me speak on this properly. You have a bunch of men and women having improper orgy sex with you. You you uh you openly admit that that's young Pharaoh right now hitting me up in the notifications. I'm gonna get to you in a minute, brother. Eh, eh, the 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 ex preacher in me is trying to talk. You got a bunch of men and women that you're having unprotected orgies with. You 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 passing them around, you're telling these people that are your sheep that disease is all in the mind. But brother brother disease is not just a physical thing. The disease is a mental thing as well too. You know what I mean? Because when the disease gets to your heart, which is your first mind, everything stops, including your brain. Because once that uh once that HIV AIDS virus gets into your heart, your brain shuts down with it. So young child Eligio, I'm not even going to call you a man because you're not a man in my eyes. Young child Eligio, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? The the ancestors placed in my heart for me to tell you, you're you were you were you were you were you were you were putting yourself on punishment. The 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 moment you started doing heinous things to these people, and then on top of that, you keeping you keeping these people you keeping these people from their families. Oh my brother. Oh my brother. Mm, oh my brother. The, these these white devils deserve to be on your ass because what you what you're doing is wrong, and and you and you you need you you need to be you need to be punished for that. You deserve the penalty for that. I know people say you don't have no right to be judging people. You don't have no right to da 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 da. Of course, I know most of the things I say and do. I'm gonna be held accountable for it too. I ain't alone in that. I can honestly open and admit that. I the like I've been saying from day one, since March of 2014, I am a realist, and the thing about realists is that we never change our story. We never switch up the first things that's on our minds. We never do that ever. But oh my brother Eligio, ooh, you have created a duat on earth for yourself. You have created a duat, a underworld for yourself. You and it's sad because you might think that you might think that you have given these people a heaven on earth, but what you have created for for these beings, for these innocent beings, these innocent beings, okay? I'm talking about your followers, and to your followers, I am sorry that this is happening to you. I'm sorry that you've been manipulated because even I know what it's like to be manipulated. That's why the only beings I can trust are the living dead. And then you wonder why some people say I'm crazy. There's a reason for that. You you forgive me for being in my root chakra, but you but you niggas and bitches on this planet is supposed to care for brothers and sisters like me. But I love you. I love you too, and I ain't mad. Shit. Anyway, brother, you need help. You need you need you need a lot of intervention. You talk about putting people on an alkaline diet, and you don't even have the proper ingredients to put people on an alkaline diet. Now, I'm not a master in the food department as of yet. I know I will get there because I love learning about herbs. I love learning about the uh the the body. I'm still reading anatomy for dummies. I'm still reading the science. I'm still reading science for dummies. I'm still studying that stuff. I don't claim to know it all. It's hard to have the mind of a god. Is very hard because you have to constantly remember and remind yourself of stuff, which you are not capable of doing because you are mentally and emotionally messed up yourself. And just like Daylight said, you have you have you have demons in you. And for and forgive me, King Rasumaba Ikfabemi, for pronouncing the word demon and Kemetic tongue wrong. But you have a lot of Hatiwu in you. You have a okay. Let me put it like this: you have a lot of Wadets. You have a lot of Wadets in you. You have a lot of Wadets in you. You have a lot of snakes inside of you. The 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 subconsciousness of Apop lives within you. First thing you need to do is you need to surrender these beings that live among you so they can go home to their families. Because if not, FBI and CIA and possibly SWAT will be on your ass. You 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 thought that one incident with with you and those innocent beings was on that bus was bad. Oh brother, pretty soon it's about to get worse. Huh? And the lesbian in me is saying, honey, you in for an ass whooping of your life. And this one is more than physical. It's spiritual. It's spiritual because you have already opened the gates of the duat, the gates of hell for yourself. And these are obstacles that you probably won't ever be able to escape. And I and I and I don't feel for you because not only have not only have you mentally, physically, and emotionally, spiritually broken and damaged these women and these men, you've damaged the children. The children. The children. The children. The children. And that bothers the fuck out of me. You had you had children with these women and they're dead thanks to your herpes and your AIDS that you created. You you being molested as a child. Yeah, that I have some empathy and sympathy for. But but you are a young adult now. So I can't condemn you for what happened to you as a child. But what I have the right to condemn you for is what you yourself are doing to these people. It ain't it ain't my job to save you. And you know what? You don't need to be saved. You don't need to be saved because subconsciously you have shown the world that you are a master manipulator, and you are a demigod. You are a demigod. So you better you better thank Satan himself for creating a throne for you and making a bed for you, because now you can lay in it. Okay. Now you can lay in it and suffer. And you want to talk about the lake of fire. Nigga, you're already burning in it. Knee deep. Knee deep, brother. Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. And to the women over there, because I know most of you that's a part of that group. Y'all are smart. So from brother Devin to you, I'm I'm to the I can't talk to the women that are already dead out of that camp, but to the ones that are still living and may possibly be dying, please, from me to you, wake up. Wake up. Stop falling for the nonsense. Okay? Wake up and find a way to bring bring your sick but still beautiful selves home back to your families. They're wondering if they're wondering whether or not you're okay. I'm even concerned. The thing that pisses me off about this man is not only does he have the the women filled with the women's stomachs filled with snakes, but he even had the children's body filled with snakes from the moment they were born in your wife's womb. Oh, 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 oh. I'm disgusted in my heart, man. Oh, oh, oh. And for the record, let me say this, cause I come from a heterosexual family, but I'm a I'm a spiritual heterosexual now.